It's time for Dodger Baseball. Live from Dodger Stadium, Sportsnet LA presents the Dodgers as they take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Sunday to you, wherever you may be. The Pittsburgh Pirates have certainly improved drastically over the last 13 years. The Dodgers beat them 67 times, but in the last 3 years, the Pirates have beaten the Dodgers 14 of 19, including 5 of last year, and so far 4 of the 6 this year. For the Dodgers, they are 1 game back of the Giants, and for the Pirates, they are 1.5 games back in the battle for the second wild card. Brett Anderson will be on the mound for the Dodgers, making his debut. He is the 29th different pitcher working for LA and the 13th starting pitcher. Brett had to have back surgery in March to solve a problem he had in Colorado. He was 10-9 for the Dodgers last year. On the mound for Pittsburgh, Chad Kuhl on a hot day. He's from Bear, Delaware. Had a great major league debut. All he did was beat the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw back in Pittsburgh on the 26th of June. He's doing well. 2 wins and no losses. So those are the numbers. Sit back, relax. We got a good ball game and a whole lot more coming up right after this. Afternoon to you, wherever you may be. Welcome to Dodger Stadium on Magic Johnson's birthday, and the entire Dodger club, along with his friends. And there was the tribute, the cake to Magic, like a gnome, which they are giving away. And among the many here, you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic. Look at that great cake that he received. The entire team then came out on the field and they sang a mixed version of Happy Birthday. So to Irvin Magic Johnson, warmest wishes on his day. And now let's get to the ball game. For Clint Turtle, well, he's not very happy about things these days. First of all, the Pirates have only scored 47 runs in 14 games. We'll do the math. That's a little more than 3 runs a game, and that's not sufficient to get where he wants to go. They're 14.5 games behind the Cubs, but they're only a game and a half in the battle for the wild card, the second card. So the Bucks have a lot on the line. Their lineup goes this way. Josh Harrison at second base, Jordy Mercer at short, Andrew McCutchen in center, David Freese at first, Young Ho Kong will be at third. Then you have Francisco Cervelli, Sean Rodriguez in right. In left field, Adam Frazier, who played second base for the Pirates in this series. That Starling Marte, the normal left fielder, has a bad back and was unable to answer the bell. So here we go. And it'll be Josh Harrison to step in. And on the mound, welcome back to the mound, Brett Anderson, and his first pitch was probably banged up the middle for a base hit. So the Bucks, who were on a wild spring yesterday, wound up with 10 hits. They got 11 walks and a hit batter. Somehow they stranded 18. So Harrison begins with a bullet to center for a base hit, and that'll bring up Jordy Mercer. For Brett Anderson, remember, he had surgery on his back in March. He did finish up last year 10-9, but he had an old injury from when he was with Colorado. So Mercer hitting .272, bunts foul. He was bunting for a base hit, and the count no balls and 1 strike. Jordy Mercer from Tologa, Oklahoma. It's a town of 299 people. When he graduated high school, there were 7 people in the graduating class. Somehow in baseball, they find them no matter how small the town, no matter how remote. So Harrison at first base. Harrison runs well. He has stolen 15 out of 17, though Anderson keeping an eye on him. Strike 1 pitch on the way is instead another throw to first. Harrison running so well, even offensively with the bat in his hands. He has 7 triples this year. Josh takes his lead, held on by Gonzalez. Curveball to the plate, and that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jordy Mercer, and on deck, Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen had a couple of days off. He has not really improved that much in the batting average. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Anderson off speed on the outside corner, and the count 1-2. So Mercer checking at third with Rick Schofield to see whether they're going to put a hit and run play on, but the count's wrong. 1-2. If it were 2-1, you'd certainly expect it. Very light breeze blowing left to right. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball hit up along first base and goes foul. So that was squirting away. So Mercer will come back. For the Bucks, they do pretty well at home. They're 33-25 playing back in Pittsburgh. On the road, however, they are 6 games under 500. In fact, by losing yesterday, they've lost 9 of the last 12 on the road. They did win a game 1 in this series. They also have an edge on the Dodgers. They beat them 4 out of 6. All right, Mercer back up to hit. Harrison at first. We're just starting. So find a cool spot and stay with us. Anderson a high set, looking over at his runner. now comes to the plate. Fastball that's rolled up along first foul. A repeat for the West Coast. So it's still 1-2 to Jordy Mercer. Pirates are 14.5 games behind the dazzling Chicago Cubs. And don't forget, the Cubs will be here on the weekend of August 26th on the heels of a 3-game series with the Giants. So the sun beating down, people improvising, using a newspaper, anything to cover your head if you're going to sit in the sun. The 1-2 pitch, Harrison holds, and it is low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As many people in the upper deck will scurry for shade, so the first 8 or 10 rows under the roof, and that's where the people are, those who got here in time. The rest will sit out, hopefully enjoy the sun. They will hydrate, they'll use sunblock, and they will have a cap, hat, something to fight a 90-degree temperature here. 2-2 the count to Jordy Mercer. Anderson ready, looks at Harrison and goes over there. Josh reading him easily, step back on the bag. So it's a big day for Brett Anderson. I'm sure he had some doubts with back surgery if he'd ever pitch again in the big leagues. Anderson ready, comes to the plate a little high. You know, yesterday the Pittsburgh Pirates tied the National League record for runners left on base in a 9-inning game. Imagine how Clint felt. They left 18 men on base. Last time that happened involved the Boston Braves. 3-2 the count. Harrison really being eagle-eyed by Anderson, who now comes to the plate, and it's whacked to left field. Back goes Kendrick on the track at the wall. It is gone. So the very first pitch that Anderson served up was singled to center by Harrison, and now after a couple of at-bats, Jordy Mercer hits it out. No surprise, Mercer now has 8, 44 runs batted in, and the Bucks jump out in front 2-0. And now here comes Andrew McCutchen. (2-0) Pittsburgh, first inning. McCutchen is not really hitting much. However, it should be noted that he has drawn 10 walks, and he probably hits a drive to center, but it's playable, and Peterson is there to make the catch. So 1 out. Let's take a look at the Dodgers defensively, as McCutchen just missed. Gonzalez and Utley, Seager and Seguin, Kendrick, Peterson and Reddick, Randall behind the plate, and Brett Anderson on the mound. Brett Anderson, a Texan out of Midland, Texas, lives in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and he's ready to work on David Freese. First ball hitting, ground ball to Seager, who throws him out. So you had a single and a home run, followed by a long fly ball for an out. Now a routine ground ball, and with 2 down, Young-Ho Kang coming up. Kang yesterday hit by a pitch, singled, walked twice, and homered in the 8th inning. Even though it's spelled K-A-N-G, it's pronounced G-U-N-G. Kang. 2 for 2 with a couple of ribbies yesterday. Right-hand batter takes a look at a strike, and the count 0-1. Brett Anderson is in his 124th big league game working on Kang. Comes back away. This would be the 113th start in his career. Brett's a big man, 6'4", at least 230, left-handed all the way. Bends a curveball outside, and the count 2-1. So Anderson in a hurry, working from the edge of the third base side of the rubber, comes back low and away, and before you blink of the eye, the count's 3-1. 2-0 in favor of the Pirates in the first inning. 3-1 pitch to Kang. That's in there for a strike. And the count 3-2. Young-Ho, by his body language, unhappy on the call. Makes a complete circle before slowly getting back up to the box. So he's walking off a little steam. All right, 3-2. Anderson ready. The 3-2 pitch is taken inside for ball 4. The gun gets the walk. Francisco Cervelli, the catcher who did not play in the first game. And Roberts, of course, watching carefully. A single, a home run, and a walk. Remember, the Dodgers gave the Pirates 11 walks and a hit batter yesterday. Cervelli had a big day after striking out. He then had 3 hits and a walk. So Francisco, formerly with the Yankees, hitting .273. Gung at first. We'll see about his base running exploits as the first pitch fouled away. Gung has stolen 2 out of 3. I'm sure totally unfamiliar with the deliveries, and especially a veteran left-hander. So Anderson leaning in to get a sign. It's 2-0 Pittsburgh, first inning. Now the left-hander comes back. Good curveball. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Anderson's had a great career, basically with the Oakland A's. He was with them a lot. Then briefly with the Rockies. That's where he had the bad back. And he's been with the Dodgers since last year. Here's the strike 2 pitch on the way. Brett's fastball is just low. 1-2 the count. Bucks lead 2-0. Pirates have 107 home runs thanks to the ball hit by Mercer. Now the 1-2 pitch. Anderson delivers, swung on, line drive, base hit to left field. Anderson, angry at himself, slams his left fist into his glove, walks halfway to the third base foul line. So it's been a tough inning. A walk, 2 singles, and a home run, but it's still reasonable if he can get out of it. And the batter will be Rodriguez. So Cervelli comes up with his 4th hit in his last 2 games. Sean Rodriguez has played first base and right field. Hit safely in 17 of his last 21 starts. 11 home runs, 35 runs batted in. He finished up in left field for Marte yesterday. Anderson delivers, slow curveball, but it stays up. Ball 1, 1-0. Rodriguez started against Ross Stripling, and in that game went 0 for 4. 1-0 pitch on the way. Anderson's curveball. This one's high. 2 balls and no strike. So Rodriguez, the 7th man that Brett has faced here in the first inning. 2-0 Pittsburgh. A leadoff single by Harrison, and then Jordy Mercer's home run. Fastball is hit to right field pretty deep. Going back on it is Reddick on the track at the wall. Gone. A 3-run home run by Sean Rodriguez. And the Pirates have put a 5 spot on the board. So the best laid plans of mice and men. You would enter the name Brett Anderson along with Dave Roberts. And it is 5-0 Pittsburgh. Rodriguez, big and strong, hit a ball down around the knees, maybe even lower, the other way. And the right-hand batter hits the pavilion just above the scoreboard for the home run. 5-0 Pittsburgh. And here now is Adam Frazier, and who fouls it away, and the count 0-1. So the Bucks yesterday really frustrated, and again we told you for the last 2 weeks they're averaging 3 runs a game. Well, they put up 5 in the first inning today. Next pitch is swung on and beaten foul, and the count 0-2. So Adam Frazier, who is playing left field today, started at second base yesterday. Pirates 5, Dodgers nothing, first inning. Anderson ready, here he comes. Breaking ball rolled by the dive of the effort of Anderson, and it'll be an infield single for Frazier. Anderson trying to dive and get his glove on the ball, couldn't do it. It trickled on the grass, and that'll be a single for Frazier.
Pitcher number 39, Chad Kuhl.
So the Bucks now have 5 runs, 5 hits, including 2 home runs. And feeling very chipper, here comes Chad Michael Kuhl. Anderson trying to make a diving backhand stop. When he couldn't get it, nobody else could either. So Utley comes in to talk to him for a moment. Grandal and Rick Honeycutt come out to make sure he's all right after that dive. Chad Hull will be coming up, right-hand batter. He is from Bear, Delaware. Yes, just like the animal. It's a population of about 17,000. The language says that Bear originated from a tavern located along the roadway from Wilmington to Dover, Delaware. Hi, honey, I'm at the Bear. Oh, it's nice he's at the zoo. No, he's not at the zoo. Well, they're going to let Anderson toss a couple to make sure he's okay. So in the inning, Harrison single sharply to center. Mercer a long home run. After they had McCutchen a deep fly ball and Freese a ground ball, Gung walked. Cervelli then single to left. And Sean Rodriguez, right-hand batter, hits a home run to right field. And it is 5-0 Pittsburgh. The 9th man in the inning would be Chad Kuhl coming up. So Chad just standing aside waiting for an at-bat. Bucks got him 4 when he was able to beat Kershaw back in Pittsburgh 4-3. Now they give him 5 before he goes to work. 2 out, 5 in. Kershaw watching, and the pitch to Kuhl in the dirt. 1 ball and no strike. So a very tough beginning for Brett Anderson. Remember, he hadn't been on the mound since last year. Had surgery in March. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Chad Kuhl, and that's a strike inside corner. Kuhl gives you a pretty good strike zone. He's 6'3", 215 pounds. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here comes Anderson, and there's going to be a ball hit in the air. A leaping catch by Chase Utley. Otherwise, the inning continues. Wow. So put up a high 5 for the Pirates, and at the end of half an inning, 5-0 Pittsburgh. Dodger dugout, they're working on Anderson after that diving try on the ball hit up the middle by Adam Frazier. He handled, trying to backhand the ball, couldn't do it. And then promptly had that ball hit by Chad Kuhl that almost went into right field, except for the leaping catch of Chase Utley. So the Dodgers in a little trouble, giving up 5 in the first inning. And here now is Dave Roberts' lineup. Chase Utley at second, Josh Reddick in right, Corey Seager at short, Adrian Gonzalez at first. Yasmani Grandal, the catcher, Jock Peterson in center, Howie Kendrick in left, Rob Segedin at third, and Brett Anderson, the pitcher. On the mound, it would be Chad Michael Kuhl, K-U-H-L, from Bear, Delaware. He is the first former University of Delaware pitcher to start a big league game since Dallas Green for the Washington Senators back in 1965. Green, of course, later became a manager and a general manager of the Phillies. So we'll see about Chad Michael Kuhl. 6'3", 215. He'll be 24 in September. And Utley will start it off. Kuhl ready, comes to the plate, and the first pitch in for a strike. Down in the Dodger bullpen, a newcomer, Brock Stewart, as Brett Anderson leaves the dugout, so we're not quite sure whether Brett is leaving and Stewart's getting ready to come in. And Utley lifts one into right center. Going out for it is the second baseman Harrison, and makes the catch for the out. Let's take a look at the Bucks defensively, and here's the way they shape up. Freese and Harrison on the right side, Mercer and Gung on the left, with Frazier, McCutchen, and Rodriguez in the outfield, Cervelli behind the plate. So one away on that lifted pop fly to the second baseman. And here's Josh Reddick, left-hand hitter, takes inside, ball one. I think Dave Roberts described Reddick perfectly when he called him a grinder. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way, foul back, 1-1. I mean, Reddick plays every pitch, every inning, every out, as if his life depended on it. We've seen him make several huge plays in right field. Left-hand hitter hits one foul down the left field line. Let's take a little baseball note or two about Chad Kuhl. He gets the third highest run support, 5.8. Well, he got in the 5 already in the first inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Josh Reddick, and it's swung on and fouled away. Chad Kuhl does not give up home runs. Kuhl so far this year has allowed 2. That's pretty impressive. It's very impressive when you realize he gets more fly balls than ground balls. And Reddick, a shot fair just inside first down the line. Reddick on his way for 2. He's rounding the bag and holding up. The throw is a poor one, but it's eventually racked up in shallow left field, and Reddick holds at second. Adam Frazier, the left fielder, had to recover that. So it's a 1-out double for Josh Reddick to right field. Meanwhile, as the Dodgers and the Pirates roll around Dodger Stadium up north at AT&T Park, Wade Miley and Johnny Cueto, the Orioles and the Giants. Second inning, no score. Giants beat the Orioles behind Bumgarner last night. So here comes Corey Seager trying to pick him up from second base as Reddick takes his lead. Kuhl set at the belt, looks back at second, now works Seager, and it's low and away, ball one. Corey Seager in each of the last 5 games is hitting .500, 11 for 22. Since May the 7th, Seager has been on fire, hitting .330. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Seager pokes it to left field, but coming up for it and one-handing it is Frazier. So Seager hits it hard, but lines to left. And we have 2 down.
First
Adrian Gonzalez coming up.
Adrian Gonzalez.
So Adrian trying to get Reddick home from second. 2 out, bottom of the first inning. 5-0, favor the Pirates. Gonzalez hitting .397 in the daytime. Overall, .296. By the way, Kuhl has had a lot of trouble against left-hand hitters. Left-handers hitting .327 against him. So Gonzalez waits, then promptly bangs one into center. That's a base hit. Rounding third is Reddick. He will score. Holding at first is Gonzalez, and it's 5-1 Pittsburgh. So certainly that stat held up. They no sooner got it out. Left-handers hitting .327 against Cool. Bang. Base hit by Gonzalez. Run batted in. So Reddick's double is promptly cashed in. Pirates lead 5-1. There wasn't a chance, but Andrew let the ball fly from McCutchen, and it was cut off in the middle of the infield by the catcher Cervelli. So Reddick's home. Gonzalez at first. Another left-hand hitter, Grandal, at the plate. Cool delivers. Fastball at the knees for a strike. By the way, he gets 30% of his strikes are called strikes. He doesn't get very many swings and misses. Here's the strike one pitch on the way. Chad delivers, and that's off speed and away. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Right-hand batters are hitting .182 against Cool, but he's facing another lefty in Grandal. Young right-hander at the belt. Now the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. 1-2. Another good thing if you're a Buck, the fact that the pitcher Cool has done very well on the road. Only pitched 12 innings on the road, but his earned run average is 1.5. 1-2 to Grandal. 2 out. Gonzalez at first, and it's fouled away. The number 3 hitter in the lineup, and that of course is usually the top hitter in any team's lineup, but the number 3 hitter in the league is hitting .727 against Cool. Our Dodger number 3 hitter Seager lined out to left field. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Grandal, way outside. Another pattern for Cool. He is hit hard early in a game. First 25 pitches, the opposition hitting .417 against him. Here's the 16th pitch on a 2-2 count to Grandal. Chad delivers, and that's fouled away. In the first inning prior to today, the hitters were batting .391, and Cool's ERA in the first inning 7, and he has given up 1 on a couple of base hits so far. After he gets through 25, he gets to be very tough. 2-2 pitch. Grandal takes ball 3. So after the first 25 pitches, when he gets from 26 to 100, the batting average for the remainder of the game, .203. So to get him, you have to get him early. Waiting on deck, Jock Peterson. 3-2 pitch coming up. Cool at the belt. There goes Adrian. It is swung on and fouled at the plate. So Grandal still alive. Yasmani has been doing tremendous work for the Dodgers, both with the bat, the glove, and the arm. Grandal with his 18 home runs, 16 of the 18 he's hit left-handed, and that's where he is right now. There goes Adrian. The pitch is foul back, so it's still 3-2. If he joined us late, the Bucks got 5 in the first inning. They sent 9 men to the plate. Home runs by Mercer with a man aboard. Rodriguez with 2 men aboard. Anderson hurt himself a little bit. Not sure how badly hurt, trying to backhand a ground ball by the right side of the mound. Here's the 3-2 pitch again. Cool deal, swung on and missed. The Grandal strikes out. We will wait to see whether Brett Anderson is going to go to the mound or not. I will say this, Dave Roberts is going to see the plate umpire, and Stewart's coming in. 5-1 Pittsburgh. The dugout just shook his head as he looked at George Lombard over the tub break. Brett Anderson, who had not pitched all year, goes to the mound, gets out of the first inning with an injury to his left hand. We don't know anything else about it, and he's had to give way to Brock Stewart. So Brock Stewart from Normal, Illinois, comes to an area that is anything but normal. He will be the 30th different pitcher used by the Dodgers. 30. Brett Anderson was the 13th starting pitcher this year, and Brock's going to pitch in the second inning. He's big enough. He's 6'3", but a rather slender 170 pounds. He will be 25 years old in October. Normal, Illinois is where he's from. He went to school at Illinois State, and that's where the Dodgers pick him up. His father is a former coach at Illinois, and we understand he is an area scout for the Padres. Stewart, selected by the Dodgers in the 40th round back in 2010, out of high school, opted to take the scholarship to Illinois State. He's been working hard, making his stops in Ogden, Rancho Cucamonga, Great Lakes, Oklahoma City, and here he is. So the right-hander ready now, and his first pitch to Josh Harrison is low on the corner for a strike as Harrison ran up as if to bunt. Opened up the game. First pitch by Brett Anderson, single to center. Here's the strike one pitch. Stewart delivers, swing and a miss, and the count 0-2. So Harrison, Mercer, and McCutchen in that order. Now the strike two pitch time call for the moment. 0-2. So Anderson gave up 5 runs, 5 hits in 1 inning. Stewart delivers, and it's low and away. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Well, if you're in baseball, even if you're not, if you follow it, you just have to do what Roberts did and shake your head. There's a drive to Jock Peterson in center field. He makes the catch. They have one away, and the batter will be Jordy Mercer. I mean, just imagine how it feels down there. Brett had surgery in March, had to heal, had to work so hard to get ready, eager to get out there. Dodgers eager for him to get out there. And the first pitch is a base hit, and a couple of pitches later, a home run. And that was the beginning of a 5-run inning, and for Brett's departure. So with one away, Mercer takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Jordy, a 2-run home run, his 8th, hitting .274. Stewart comes right back, and the fastball line foul down the right field line. So no balls and 2 strikes to Jordy Mercer. So for the Pirates, who've been averaging only 3 runs a game for the last 2 weeks, they come up with 5 in the first inning. Has to be a little encouraging for Clint Hurdle. Remember, they're battling for a wild card spot. 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball, chased and missed, and down goes Mercer. So Brock Stewart picks up a strikeout, and now he faces Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen against Anderson didn't hang around. He had a drive that was caught by Peterson where the grass meets the track in center field. Andrew, as we said, has had 10 walks in the last few games, and as always as dangerous as ever. 16 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Stewart's fastball sinks out of the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. Dodgers load up the left side. Gonzalez all alone on the right. The 1-0 pitch on the way. McCutchen takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. Andrew, against Brandon McCarthy, had 4 pitches that almost went inside his shirt. 2-0 pitch on the way is a strike. 2-1. McCutchen having an off year and still so dangerous. 2-1 pitch. Stewart delivers, almost hit him. So if you were watching Brandon McCarthy, you had the idea that's the only way to pitch McCutchen, way inside. That's one reason why he's received 10 walks recently. So Andrew back up on a 3-1 count. Stewart ready. Brock delivers, and it's a little low. Ball 4. So McCutchen gets yet another walk.
Number 23, David Freese.
46 walks for him. 2-out pass brings up David Freese. Freese grounded to short in the first inning, hitting .283. Appeared as a pinch hitter yesterday and struck out. Started the first game and went 2 for 4. So Stewart leans in to get a sign. McCutchen off the bag with 2 out. Stewart set, ready, comes to the plate, and Freese takes a strike. McCutchen as a base runner, 5 for 10. McCutchen with 167 home runs in his career, several ahead of him. Here's the strike 1 pitch on the way. McCutchen holds. Freese lines one down the right field line, foul, and the ball girl makes a catch, and that thing was hit. She goes back with almost a bored look, as if, oh yeah, well, I handle them all the time. Maybe so. 0-2 the count to David Freese. So McCutchen standing at the bag, held on by Gonzalez. Giants got a run. They're in the 3rd inning now. Giants lead the Orioles 1-0. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, the Giant catcher Trevor Brown had an RBI single. And by the way, not such good news for the Giants. Buster Posey is out with a bad back. So it goes for a long year, and the strike 2 pitch is taken just low. 1-2 the count to David Freese. In case you wonder, Brock Stewart made his major league debut the very end of June in Milwaukee. Brock ready. Another look. McCutchen off the bag. 1-2 to Freese, taken just low. 2-2 the count. So Brock isn't missing by much. Brock Allen Stewart. Brock replacing Brett Anderson. It's 5-1 Pittsburgh. 2nd inning, 2 out. McCutchen at first draws a throw. Fellows who do the running. Josh Harrison has stolen 15. Starling Marte has stolen 40. The 2-2 pitch is pulled foul. It was a pitch outside, pretty far away. Freese strong enough to jerk it foul off to the left along 3rd. Can't very much do when you try to pull a ball that's away, because the good hitters always just go with the pitch. 2-2 to Freese. McCutchen again at first with 2 out. Stewart out of his stretch. Looks at McCutchen. Back to Freese high. And the count 3-2. Stewart made 19 minor league starts this year. Right-hander thinking over pitches. Gung on deck. McCutchen ready and goes. The 3-2 is way inside. So with 2 out, back-to-back walks to McCutchen and Freese, and Jung-Ho Gung coming up.
Number 27, Jung-Ho Gung.
Gung walks on a 3-2 pitch in the first inning. In the first inning, Harrison singled, Mercer homered. With 2 out, Gung walked, Cervelli singled, and Rodriguez homered. Then Frazier got an infield single. Anderson hurting his left hand, trying to backhand the ball as it dribbled by the mound. And Anderson had to come out after the pitcher Cool hit a line drive and a leaping catch by Chase Utley for the final out. 2 on, 2 out here. Gung, right-hand batter. Stewart delivers, and the first one's a strike, and the count 0-1. Young-Ho Gung from South Korea. Remember Hee-Sop Choi, who played here. 0-1 to Gung. Strike one pitch on the way. Brock Stewart deals. That's a little low. 1-1. The other fans chanting, Hee-Sop Choi. Hee-Sop Choi. Big, good-natured guy. Smiled very easily. All right, Gung waits. Bat on his right shoulder. Stewart a long look in. Now the 1-1 pitch coming up. 2 on, 2 out. 5-1 Pittsburgh. And the next one a high strike. And the count 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Gung is swung on and beaten foul up along third. Gung taking plenty of time before getting set. He's in and out of the box. I always try to look him up, and every time I do, I look up G, but it's wrong. It's K. And the next one is pull foul. Yeah, you put your players in alphabetical order, and then every now and then it doesn't work. Gung is from Gwangju in South Korea. He's 6 feet tall and weighs 212 pounds. He has McCutchen at second, Freeze at first, 2 out, and a 1-2 count. Brock Stewart ready, checks the runners, and comes to the plate, and Gung takes high, 2-2. The Pirates thought a lot of Gung. They had a 30-day window to come to an agreement. They signed him to a 4-year deal worth $11 million, an option for a 5th. They also had to pay his team $5 million. The 2-2 pitch coming up, and Gung looks at strike 3 called. So 2 strikeouts, 2 walks in the inning, and at the end of an inning and a half, 5-1 Pittsburgh. Lions be one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance and receive a Corey Seager bobblehead presented by your Southern California BMW Centers. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. Bottom of the second inning. Pirates jump out to a 5-1 lead. Dodgers playing catch up now. They will have Peterson, Kendrick, and Seguin. Peterson missing the cycle yesterday, the tough one. He missed the triple, and he takes away ball one. 1-0. Peterson single to left, double to right, and surprised everybody, hitting a home run into the Dodger bullpen. First time he's homered the other way, and he has 17 home runs. Well, we talked about the second wild card earlier. Here's the 2-0 pitch in for a strike. And the Bucks are very much alive. And one of the teams contending would be Miami. And although everybody feels badly when a star is hurt or anybody ground foul, nevertheless, some team would profit by a star getting hurt. Well, we get the report Giancarlo Stanton will miss the rest of the season with a serious groin injury suffered while trying to stretch a single into a double yesterday on the last play of the game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Peterson swing. Big chopper to first. Freeze feeding his pitcher coming over. Nice play. One away. So Giancarlo Stanton, who was beamed so seriously in the first inning, most people who saw it said it was the worst they had ever seen, comes back doing well, and now groin pull on the last play of the game. So the wild card standings, you have Miami involved, and you certainly have Pittsburgh. And Miami and the Cardinals tied. The Dodgers figure that they're going to win going away. Here's the pitch now, down and away to Kendrick. So the Pirates get a boost. The wild card. Cool working quickly, comes right back 1-0, and he's low and away. Cool made 20 pitches facing the Dodgers in the first inning. Now Chad slows it down a little bit. He was a pitcher by the time he was 8 years old. That's what they tell me. The 2-0 pitch coming up. Chad ready. Jumps a fastball in there at 94. Came up through the Little League, the Babe Ruth League as well. 2-1 pitch, fastball swung on and missed. In fact, he was always placed in older age groups because he threw with such velocity and was so dominant. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way, low. They stopped the game once, and his mother was saying they went out on the mound and they asked him, would you mind not throwing so hard? Well, it got him to the big leagues. 3-2 pitch coming up, and it swung on and popped up. David Freese will allow the second baseman Harrison. He was struggling, but makes the catch. Freese never bothered. As soon as that ball went up in the air, he was thinking, okay, it's your territory, not mine. So Harrison made the catch. Freese just stays, then gestures 2 out. And Harrison, yeah, thanks a lot. So Rob Seguin coming up. Justin Turner is a terrific guy, a wonderful guy, very outspoken, very good-natured. But he had a typical baseball reaction to a question. There's the pitch a little low. Bumped into Justin this morning and naturally said, how's the hand? He said, wouldn't you know, I got jammed on a 3-1 pitch. That's what bothered him more than anything else. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed, and the count 1-1. 2 down, second inning. 5-1 favor of Pittsburgh. Next pitch from Chad in there for a strike. So with that last name, he's mentioned all the time. That's a big expression now. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Well, there's cool. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball low. There used to be a ball player named Joe Cool. Maybe with the White Sox 1,000 years ago. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chad delivers off speed, slow ground ball backhanded by Chad, throws to first for the out. Dribbler just to the left of the mound. So the Dodgers go 1-2-3 in the second inning, and at the end of 2, 5-1 in favor of the Pirates as the crowd wishes Magic a happy birthday. The Pirates. Interesting thing about Pittsburgh as we look at a youngster squirming in mom's lap. Be nice if he had a little hat and a french fry, yeah, but how about some water? Anyway, the Pirates do very well in the first inning. In game 1, they scored 3 in the first inning. Yesterday, they scored 1 in the first inning. And today, they scored 5 in the first inning. Garrett Cole, despite getting a run, unable to hold it up as his club just stopped hitting. But here's the point. The Pirates have done very well in the first 2 innings. But from the 3rd through the 6th, that's when they really struggle. That's when they give up a lot of runs. Well, here's Francisco Cervelli, singled in the first inning. And takes a strike, and the count 0-1. We can also tell you the Giants are leading the Orioles 2-0, bottom of the 4th inning. Hunter Pence hit a home run with the bases empty. Strike 1 pitch, and that misses. 1-1. Talking about the Giants, remember they will be here August 23rd, 24th, and 25th. They come back here again September 19, 20, and 21, and the Dodgers finish with 3 in San Francisco. So yes, we have a long way to go. The Giants and the Dodgers play each other 9 more times before the season ends on October the 2nd. Right now, Dodgers chasing the Giants 1 back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Francisco Cervelli. The 1-2 pitch on the way. He takes high and inside. The breeze blowing opposite the way it normally does, blowing from right to left. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. 2-2 pitch coming up way off the plate. Anytime I see the wind blowing the way it shouldn't, I think of the World Series 1963. Joe Capitone came up for the Yankees and hit a ball to right field that should have been in the bullpen. And the Dodger right fielder, I think it was Ron Fairley, took a step in to make the catch. Boy, the Cervelli jammed. I think his bat might have cracked. He's fortunate he didn't hurt himself. And Cervelli is out 1-3.
Number 3, Sean
But you just don't
Rodriguez.
see the breeze blowing that way very often. And that particular moment, it did the Dodgers a huge favor. So a check swing. Cervelli dropped to his knees. I think the bat cracked. And for good measure, he's out at first base. Sean Rodriguez wasn't out at first base. And there's the breeze now blowing both ways. Where else? Where else but here? And ball one. Sean Rodriguez hit a 3-run home run in the first inning. With 2 out, Gung walked. Cervelli singled, and Rodriguez hit it out, his 12th of the year. 1-1 the count as he swings and comes up empty. Rodriguez has hit safely, 18 of 22, and takes the pitch away. He had a walk-off home run against the Reds. He also had one when he played with the Rays. 2-1. Comes up empty on a good fastball at 95. Brock Allen Stewart picking up for Brett Anderson. It's 5-1 Pittsburgh. Stewart ready in his 2-2 pitch, and that's low ball 3, actually in the dirt. For Rodriguez, he's busy. He's made 12 starts in right, 9 at short, 8 at second, 5 at first, 4 at third, and 1 in left field. 3-2 off the plate. So the busy Mr. Rodriguez takes the walk. That would be the 3rd walk given up by Brock Stewart.
26, Adam Frazier.
Adam Frazier will be coming up. It was Frazier who hit that little dribbler to the right of the mound. Brett Anderson diving, tried to backhand it, couldn't make the play, hurt his left hand, and had to come out. Whoops. Still bottom of the 4th. Johnny Cueto has just gotten a base hit to drive in a run, and the Giants lead the Orioles 3-0, and they're going to the top of the 5th inning. Stewart set, ready. Frazier, left-hand batter, takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Frazier checking now with his 3rd base coach, Rich Sofield. Stewart has walked 3. He has struck out 2. Right-hander delivers on the inside corner for a strike at 95 with a nice, easy delivery. Oh, you see somebody like Stewart just make that pitch and say, what in the heck took him so long to be in the big leagues? What a nice, easy delivery. Well, it's not been too long. A couple of years. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Brock set. Here he comes. Crack bat, ground ball to the right side. Utley gets a force. No play at first. A good effort by Rodriguez, tying up Seager to keep the inning alive. So a force play, 4-6.
Number 39, Chad Kuhl.
Chad Kuhl coming up. With 2 out, 5 runs on the board, and a runner at first. Chad Kuhl came up in the very first inning and hit a ball that looked like it was going to go into right field for yet another hit. Chase Utley up the ladder and just did catch it for the 3rd out. Stewart makes the pitch. Down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Chad. Bear, Delaware. Not too far from Wilmington and Dover. 1-0 pitch on the way. Check swing, but it's going to be a strike anyway. Take a look. This was the play. A drive heading for right, and Utley up in the air. Left arm extended as far as he could and was able to spear the ball. Big play. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. That's on the outside corner for a strike. Chad Kuhl, he's the youngest of 5 children. And they're all with a C. Chad, Chelsea, Clint Jr., Courtney, and Chris. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. High inside, hits the bat, and goes to the backstop. Foul ball, and the count's still 1-2. When Chad beat Kershaw and the Dodgers, he struck out 5. Dodgers scored 3 runs against him. He also made a big play at the plate, did Cool. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stewart ready. Young right-hander delivers, swung on and fouled back, though he's still up there. Stewart, 25 years old, the 3rd of October, the day after the season ends. Cool trying to keep the inning alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Here comes Stewart's off speed, pulled down to third. Second in is up with it and throws him out. So no runs, no hits. There was a walk and a man left. Brock has walked 3 at the end of 2.5 innings. 5-1 Pittsburgh. If you bring a youngster to the ball game, if you can't have a hat, you take a fan, and instead of fanning yourself, you make the ultimate sacrifice. You open up the fan and give the young man, "Ah, yeah, Mom, you're the best. You really are." Of course she is. Don't you know that, son? Every mother is the best. You'll find out. Yep, Mom is #1. Meanwhile, Brock Stewart will start it off for the Dodgers. He'll be followed by Chase Utley and then Josh Reddick. And the first pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Five runs, 5 hits for the Pirates, and we mentioned how they usually get off first or second inning, and then they just kind of fold up. So we'll see about Sean Rodriguez and company, whether they've stopped hitting. Strike 2 pitch is hacked at, fouled, though Stewart is still there. No balls and 2 strikes. Cool comes back, and that's grounded foul off to the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. If you joined us late, Brett Anderson went to the mound for the first time since he won 10 games last year, having had back surgery. I'm sure every guy in the Dodger dugout was pulling for him. Strike 2 pitch taken, strike 3 called. So Harrison singled, Mercer homered with 2 out, Gung walked. Then Cervelli singled and Rodriguez homered. That really was it. They put a 5 spot on the board. Say, don't forget the Dodgers and the Cubs, Friday, August 26th through Sunday the 28th. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/tickets. I mean, don't be completely overcome by the sight of the Giants coming here. Remember, the Cubs are here on that weekend, and what a team they are. Cubs had won 10 straight. They're 13 games in front of the Cardinals. They have really dominated the Central. 41-18 at Wrigley. No wonder there weren't Cub stuff around. The next one away, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Utley followed by Reddick. Kuhl gave up a 2-out double to Reddick, and Gonzalez singled him in for the Dodger run. But it's 5-1 Pittsburgh. Kuhl's next pitch swung on and missed, and the count 1-2. Chad Kuhl about ready in the 1-2 pitch, a comebacker. Kuhl has it, underhands it over to first to Freeze, and we have 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Josh Reddick coming up. Reddick doubled to right and came home on a 2-out single by Adrian Gonzalez. Still 5-1 Pittsburgh after the Bucks got 5 in the 1st inning. Yeah, you could sum it up, at least in the games we have seen. After the 1st inning, the Bucks stop here. They get 3, they lose. They get 1, and then today they get 5, all in the 1st inning. 1-0 pitch on the way, and Josh has a look, pays a strike. 1-1 the count. Meanwhile, cooling off in the dugout, which is what they have to do. Reddick goes down and hits one into right center for a base hit. McCutchen is up with it, gets it back in. So Reddick is 2 for 2, and the batter will be Seager.
Number 5,
Corey Seager not only has had a multi-hit game here and there, indeed he has had it in 40 games. Remarkable. Adrian 37, Turner 35, Utley 24, Kendrick 23. But 40 multi-hit games for young Corey Seager. Lined out to left field in the 1st inning. So Reddick standing at first with 2 out. 3rd inning, 5-1 favor of Pittsburgh. Chad Kuhl at the belt. Right-hander's first pitch, low and inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Corey over that hit by pitch that got him on the wrist. Didn't slow him down. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Seager takes away, ball 2. Yeah, the Dodger hearts stopped beating when Corey was hit on the wrist. Not to mention what it might have done to Dave Roberts' digestive tract, but Corey's okay. 2 balls and no strikes the count. 2-0 pitch on the way. Seager looks, it's in the dirt. Scrambled and a stop by Cervelli. So with 2 out, Reddick singled. Seager now is 3-0, and another good left-hand batter, Adrian Gonzalez, on deck. And as we mentioned earlier, left-hand hitters give him a bad time. They're hitting .327 coming into the game, and the left-handers have come up with some hits so far today. 3-0 pitch. They let him swing, and he grounds it into right field. Reddick stops at second. So Seager singles to right. He's been going the other way a lot lately, but he finally got a pitch to pull on a 3-0 count. That brings up Adrian Gonzalez, and he singled to center field in the 1st inning to score Reddick from second base. So the Pirates lead 5-1. Gonzalez hitting .298, 10 home runs, 56 runs batted in. Dodgers trying to get off the floor. They were floored when Pittsburgh scored 5 times in the first. All right, Chad Kuhl looks down to Cervelli to get his sign, checks the runners at first and second, and with 2 out, the pitch to Gonzalez, ground ball on the grass in right field. Harrison has it to throw him out. So every time you see a ground ball going on the grass, you think base hit, but then you realize the way they design it today, somebody in right field will field it. Dodgers get 2 hits, nothing else, still 5-1 Pittsburgh. Is brought to you by the Dodge Challenger. Test drive one at your local Dodge dealer today. And by Jack in the Box. Taste the all-new Jack's Brewhouse Bacon Burger today at Jack in the Box. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Wilbur Starler, one of our favorite players down through the years, loved the game, loved anyone who played against him, was just a gentle giant, and by the way, had 475 home runs, the greatest home run hitter in Pittsburgh history. And as long as you see the Pirates, you will always see his name somewhere along the way. Wilbur Starler, terrific guy. 4th inning, 5-1, favor the Bucks. Meanwhile, the Giants having fun against the Orioles. Brandon Belt just singled in a run. Adam Jones knocked one in. So right now, it is 4-1 in favor of the Giants in the 5th inning. That's a strike. Top of the order, Josh Harrison, single, fly to center, 1-4-2. In the dirt, 1-1. Harrison hit the very first pitch of the game, tossed up by Brett Anderson and whacked it to center for a base hit. And then Mercer came up and hit a home run, and the Bucks were off and running. Later on, Sean Rodriguez hit a 3-run home run with Gong and Cervelli on base. That made it 5-0 Pittsburgh. Dodgers scrambled back, doubled by Reddick, single by Gonzalez. So it's 5-1 Pittsburgh. We're in the 4th. 2-2 the count. Fastball but missed. Brock Allen Stewart out of Normal, Illinois, went to Illinois State. 3-2 pitch. Fastball whacked to left. Kendrick over to try and play it on a hop and does. Harrison hits the bag and holds on with a long single. So Harrison goes 2 for 3 with a line drive single to left. That, by the way, is the first hit given up by Stewart. It is the 6th hit for the Bucks today. Harrison finished up yesterday didn't start. In the first game, he had 1 hit, lost a home run. Josh Reddick, leaning into the stands in right field, took Josh's drive for an out. So here's Mercer, who homered in the first inning. Takes a strike. Harrison certainly a threat to go, but he doesn't know Stewart's move. Harrison has stolen 15 out of 17. Josh off the bag trying to study Stewart. 0-1 the count. And he starts to go, and I think he would have gone, and the ground went out from under him. Yeah, Josh was all set to steal second. Almost fell down. You can see, whoops, right there, though he gets back. 0-2 the count. So Harrison shows you that he was thinking about running. And the Dodgers decide, okay, they'll throw over there. 0-2 the count. Jordy Mercer, Andrew McCutchen on deck. Brock Stewart in relief of Brett Anderson. Brock came in the second. He's given up 1 hit in 2 innings. Harrison not going, and the pitch high. 1-2. Five runs, 6 hits for the Pirates, 1 run, 4 hits for the Dodgers. Stewart, the 30th pitcher used by the Dodgers. They've had 13 different starters as well. Rick Honeycutt holding class every day. First of all, find out who are the students. High throw. If that one had been down near the bag, they might have had a chance to get Harrison. Mercer waiting on a 1-2 count. Harrison looks like he's looking for an opening. 1-2. He's going, and the pitch is grounded to short, so that takes the double play away. The out at first. So Mercer grounds out, but Harrison was on the move. He's safely into second base. And Andrew McCutchen coming up.
Andrew McCutchen.
McCutchen walked in the second inning, fly deep to center in the first. So Andrew is 0 for 1. McCutchen walked 3 times yesterday. But remember, the Dodgers gave the Pirates 11 walks. In the first game of the series, McCutchen had a single and a home run and went 2 for 4. 16 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen, a Gold Glove in 2012. Marvelous player. MVP 2013. He's got all the credentials, along with 100 home runs. In the dirt, doesn't get far away. 1 ball and no strikes. McCutchen in his career has always done well against the Dodgers here. The last time we checked, he was hitting .321 at Dodger Stadium. The best a visiting player did here was the great Roberto Clemente. Ironically, he could very well have played at Dodger Stadium for the Dodgers and not Pittsburgh. Clemente was originally scouted and signed by the Dodgers. That's a strike to McCutchen. Dodgers thought they were trying to put something over. They would play him a couple of innings in Montreal, then take him out. And the scouts would say, don't take him out. We know who 21 is. We know that's Clemente. But they kept doing it. And the next thing you know, the Pirates drafted him. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Shot up the middle, base hit. That should be good for a run. Here comes Harrison to score. So McCutchen, a base hit, run batted in, and the Bucks now lead 6-1.
First baseman David Freese.
So Andrew McCutchen, who normally does great things for the Bucks, picks up an RBI to give it a 6-1 score. Harrison scoring for the second time. The fact that Harrison was going, just the way it is in baseball, Harrison goes, ground ball to short, but instead of a double play, there's only a fourth at first base. So Harrison stays at second and immediately comes home on the base hit by McCutchen. So now here's Freese. Ball one. David's been very quiet, grounded to short and walked. Pinch hit yesterday, struck out and flied to right. Started the first game at 2 singles. Not involved in the scoring. 1 ball and no strikes. So McCutchen holding at first. So the Dodgers are losing 6-1. The Giants are winning 4-1. Dodgers trail by 1 for the moment. Stewart set above the belt, comes to his hitter. Freese takes a strike. When you talk about coming from behind, you talk about a wonderful quality that a team has. Texas Rangers have come from behind 36 times this year to win. The Yankees 35, and would you believe the Dodgers 34 times have come from behind. Pitch way inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, they're down by 5 right now. Dave doesn't really have his head down. He's just deep in thought. Two and 1 the count. Freese 0 for 1, veteran right-hander, playing first base instead of third. There goes McCutchen. The pitch is high. The throw is not there. A quick hurried swipe by Utley, but he never did get McCutchen, who promptly steals second base. McCutchen had stolen 5. He'd also been caught 5 times. Hurried swipe by Utley, but I think he missed, or if he got him, it was too late anyway. He had to go up in the air. He missed the left arm. That's what it was. He tried to touch him, just missed. And then that left arm and hand on the bag. Three and 1 the count. Freese trying to pick up McCutchen. Stewart out of his stretch. Brock delivers, and it's fouled away. So in the inning, Harrison singled. They ran him. Mercer grounded to short, but the only thing the Dodgers could do is get the out at first. That was good for Pittsburgh. McCutchen singled, and Harrison scored from second. Now they run McCutchen, and he steals, so Freese trying to pick him up. 6-1 favor of the Pirates, trying again to bedevil the Dodgers. It's amazing how they've come alive against Los Angeles. 3-2 is ball 4. There was a period of time from, I think it was 2001 to 2013. The Dodgers beat Pittsburgh 67 times and only lost 24. But in the last 3 years, they have beaten the Dodgers 14 of 19, losing only 5. They beat them 5 of 6 last year. Clint's club has beaten them 4 of 6 this year, trying to make it 5 out of 7, and trying to beat the Dodgers for the 15th time in the last 3 years. So the Pirates really a thorn in the side of the Dodgers. And here's Jung-Ho Kang. Walked, scored a run, struck out. 2 on, 1 out. 6-1 Pittsburgh. Dodgers look like they're going to get somebody up in a minute. Breaking ball, slider in for a strike, and the count 0-1. So Harrison single, scored on McCutcheon's single. Andrews stole second. Freese walks. And Gung waiting on a no ball, one strike count. Brock Stewart on the mound. Missing. The 30th Dodger pitcher after Anderson became the 13th different starter. Of course, with Brandon McCarthy going on the DL, he'd be 27th, 28th guy to go on the DL. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a little low. So Anderson, who was the 29th, Stewart, who was the 30th. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. McCutcheon looks like he wants to run at second base. He's not going, and the pitch lifted to right field. It's playable. Reddick comes over. The runners just watch as Josh makes the catch. So Gung, fly ball to right. 2 down. And Francisco Cervelli coming up. Whoops.
Catcher,
up north.
Cervelli.
Trevor Brown just had a 2-run single. The Giants now are leading the Orioles 7-1. So that's bad news for the Dodgers. They're trailing 6-1 to Pittsburgh. Two down, bottom of the 4th. 6-1 Pittsburgh. They're still alive and well. The Dodgers will have Grandal, Peterson, and Kendrick in the bottom half. Cervelli with 3 hits yesterday, 1 more today. Catcher up there with 2 on and 2 out. And he hits a 1-hopper, make it a 3-hopper to Utley, and that will be that. So 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left, and at the end of 3.5 innings, 6-1 Pittsburgh. Run away from the Dodgers. The Dodgers trying to hang on and keep them within sight. It's 6-1 Pittsburgh, bottom of the 4th inning. Of course, the same thing is going on up north, only the Giants are trying to run away from Baltimore. They're leading 7-1. Little lesson, Rick Honeycutt, a left-hand pitcher in his prime, explaining about holding a runner on and holding that leg up, etc., etc. School never stops. So the Bucks got 5 in the 1st, pick up another in the 4th, and the Dodgers trying to come back. Yasmani Grandal, then Jock Peterson. Ball one. Brock Stewart made 24 pitches. So the young guy has now made 71 in the game in relief of Brett Anderson. 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0. Chad Kuhl, who beat the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw back in June the 26th in his major league debut. 2-1. Grandal struck out in the first inning. Foul back. After today's game, the Dodgers will get on the bus sometime tomorrow, go to the airport, fly to Philadelphia where it's very hot, very humid. A threat of rain will be with them throughout the road trip. Line drive that finds the glove. The ball was hit too hard to catch. It had to be a case of the ball finding the glove, and that thing was ripped. And Chad somehow got his glove and burned his hand too. Take a look. Wow, look what I got. So 1 away in the 4th. Chad making a brilliant play. Randall, such a tough out. And with 1 out in the 4th, here's Jock Peterson, grounded out. 0 for 1. 6 runs, 7 hits for the Pirates. 1 run, 4 hits for the Dodgers. Dodgers scored in the first inning. Josh Reddick doubled. Gonzalez singled him in. Peterson grounded to the first baseman back in the second inning. This time he drives one down the right field line, heading for the seats. It is gone. Jock Peterson hits it out. His 18th home run, his 50th run batted in, and the Pirates lead 6-2. They're coming off yesterday's performance. Peterson is red hot. Single, double, and home run yesterday, and a line drive home run to right today. And what a difference. Yesterday, you're a left-hand batter, and you hit the ball in the Dodger bullpen in deep left field. This time you turn on a pitch, and you hit it right down the line to right field for a home run. So the Dodgers, multi-talented center fielder, second straight with a home run, 18 for the year. And here's Kendrick. 0-1. 1-1. In the Dodger bullpen, J.P. Howell begins to loosen up. So Kuhl has been hit hard here. Remember that line drive by Grandal that found his glove. That home run is only the 3rd home run that Kuhl has allowed. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that's lifted to shallow right, racing across Harrison. Can't make the diving catch. Off the glove, into second base. Safely goes Kendrick. Rodriguez couldn't get there. Freese couldn't get there. Harrison racing across, and remember, a right-hand batter, so that made it even tougher. With a right-hand hitter, he was shading up the middle. He had longer to run, got his glove on it, and couldn't hold it as he and the ball carried into foul ground. So it's a double for Kendrick, and Rob Segedin coming up. So Grandal, a line drive that found the glove of Chad Kuhl. Then the home run by Peterson. Now the pop fly double by Kendrick. Dodgers trying to come back. Rob Segedin hit back to the box in the second inning, and Kike Hernandez is out on deck. 1 out. Segedin hit back to the box, so he's 0 for 1. Dodgers with Anderson for 1 inning. Stewart pitched the next 3. And when you look at Stewart, He allowed the run in the 4th inning. That was the first and only run he allowed in his 3 innings. Nice bit of relief. Strike 1 pitch on the way to second in. Harrison goes to the bag, and the pitch in for a strike. 0-2. So the Pirates lead is 6-2. The Giant lead is 7-1. And we're in the 4th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch down and away. Chris Taylor is out on deck. KK has been called back. So Taylor will be batting for Stewart. Dodgers with their 2 runs. They have 6 hits. 1-2 to Rob Segedin. A little off speed, and down he goes. So Segedin strikes out to go 0 for 2. And the batter now, Chris Taylor, batting for Stewart.
Hitter number 3, Chris Taylor.
So Taylor coming off the bench. Chris up and down, hitting .250. Made his debut, interestingly enough, against Pittsburgh in June. Now has the Bucks in his sight right now. 2 out, 4th inning, a run in, 6-2 Pirates. Slice foul off to the right, out of play. Oh, meanwhile, Dad's doing his duty. He's got a wide-eyed beauty, trying hopefully to put the baby asleep. Have you ever tried? Yeah, well, he's gaining on it. Look at that. Yeah, we used to say, okay, the Sandman is coming. The Sandman is. No, you don't want to go to sleep. Hey, you know what? You're little and you're the boss. Here's the strike 1 pitch inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 out, 6-2 Pittsburgh. We're talking to babies here at Dodger Stadium. A nice Sunday afternoon. 1-1 to Taylor. Chad Kuhl ready to make his 71st pitch. And he misses inside. We're in the 4th. Chad has to go at least 5, as you know, in order to get a victory. Taking a long look at Cervelli's signs. Kendrick, pretty good lead at second. 2 balls and 1 strike. A fake by Cervelli, but that sends Kendrick diving back to the bag. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 in. Pirates lead 6-2. Taylor waiting on that 2-2 pitch. Long look by Chad Kuhl, and he's off the rubber, asking Cervelli to go over the signs again. Meanwhile, Kendrick can enjoy a good lead. Harrison's far away from the bag, and so is Mercer. 2-2. Fastball squirted to the right side. Harrison picks it up and takes care of it. So Chris grounds out. 1 run, 2 hits, a man left. Jock Peterson, who went to left field yesterday for his 7th, pulls one down the line for number 18, and it's 6-2 Pittsburgh. Dodger Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Toyota's annual clearance event is here. Save big on the entire 2016 Prius family. Hurry in today. Turn back the clock. October the 13th, 1977. The Dodgers playing the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. Dodgers lose the game 5-1, but Bill Russell takes a good hack at one of the pitches. J.P. Howell now working on Sean Rodriguez, and J.P. a strike, 0-1. Rodriguez a 3-run home run in the first inning and walked in the third. Right-hand batter, but the home run went to right field. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodriguez with 12, 38 runs batted in. And promptly pulls one to the gap. That's going to drop for a base hit. Over to get it is Kendrick. And holding on with the leadoff single is Rodriguez. So Sean Rodriguez, 3-run home run, a walk, and now a single. Nice play by Kendrick to cut it off and get the ball back in a hurry. Adam Frazier had the infield single and hit into a force play. Chad Kuhl is then due to follow him. Six runs, 8 hits for the Pirates now. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers. And that's a little high, ball 1. 1-0 to Adam Frazier. Frazier's one of those guys who has done a wonderful job in the clutch with runners in scoring position. I believe he's hitting over 500 with a runner in scoring position. Takes a strike. 1-1. Last 2 weeks, Frazier has 5 doubles, a home run, and 5 RBIs. So he's been a hot hitter. 1-1. Rodriguez at first base is 2 for 2 in stolen bases. If you were with us, or for that matter, even if you weren't, in the first inning, when Brett Anderson sprawled just by the mound trying to backhand a little ground ball, that's foul. Anderson was unable to get Frazier, who hit the ball, and then after the third out, Brett went back. They examined his left hand, and the word now is a mild left wrist sprain. So he landed heavily trying to backhand the ball. Tough break for Brett. Surgery in March, waiting until today to start, and you're out of there after 1 inning. 1-2. That gets away and down to second base on the throw, and he is in there. Goes Rodriguez. So Grandal unable to stay with the pitch. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We'll check, take a look. Pitch was in the dirt, and then it kicked away from Grandal. So we assume that it'll be a wild pitch unless we hear otherwise. Runner at second, nobody out. And it is, if you're scoring with us, a wild pitch. It's been Anderson, Stewart, and now Howell. And the Dodgers now are going to review the call. Jesse Chavez gets up in the Dodger bullpen. So the umpires are going to have to get together. With a good strong throw by Grandal. And let's see. Rodriguez doesn't do a lot of running. He is 2 for 2. The pitch in the dirt, kicked off to the right. Grandal pounced and threw an arrow down to second base. So let's wait and see. 6 runs, 8 hits for the Pirates. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers. Up north, 7-1. The Giants leading Baltimore. Bottom of the 6th. That close. Trying to keep that foot on the bag. Seager was trying to keep the tag on him. Watch now. Hand is on the bag. Hand is on the bag. Hand is off the bag. And the foot is off the bag, I think. So they might be calling him out. We'll wait and see. Out. Yep.
Call is overturned.
So Rodriguez does not go to second. Instead, he's erased on a great throw from Grandal to Seager. And instead of a runner at second, nobody out. 1 out, bases empty. Clint a little annoyed over that, but the call was pretty good when you really put the spotlight on it. Nothing easy about that call at all. So Frazier 1 for 2 at the plate, 1 out. We're in the 5th inning. 6-2 Pirates. Still 7-1 Giants, and they're still at bat in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled away. Frazier with Chad Kuhl, the pitcher, on deck. Frazier 1 for 2. Hitting .316. Dodger half of the 6th. It'll be the top of the lineup. Utley, Reddick, and Seager. Three and 2. And that's line to center for a base hit. So that's how important that call at second base was. It went in favor of the Dodgers, or the Bucks would probably have another run. Frazier is 2 for 3, but the great throw by Grandal got Rodriguez. 2 hits in the inning, but 1 out. Now Kuhl coming up, lined out. Utley took a base hit away, leaping high in the air in that first inning. Last time up, grounded to third. Does look a little bit like a hitter. I mean, it looks like he believes he can hit. Dodgers are wondering, with Harrison on deck, whether Kuhl might try to bunt. Showing bunt now. And fouls it back. 0-1. Kuhl has 1 sacrifice. Chad checking to see if it's still on. Last 2 weeks prior to today, the Pirates were averaging only a little more than 3 runs a game. Well, they have 6 today, leading 6-2. Trying to move Frazier with Harrison on deck. Gets the bunt foul, and the count 0-2. One thing for Kuhl, he doesn't always win, but the Pirates do when he goes to the mound. He's made 5 starts, and the Bucks have won all 5 games. Well, will he try to bunt, or will they have him swing away? Runner at first and 1 out. Second in on the edge of the grass. Gonzalez near the bag at first, so they're not really converging. He's going to show bunt. Here comes second, and they pitch out. No play at first. 1-2. So with Gonzalez charging, Utley circled around behind the runner Frazier, but he got back. One ball and 2 strikes. And he got the bunt down, picked up by Seguin, who has to throw to first after looking at second. So they finally get the runner to second base, but they have to expend an out. And with 2 down, Frazier is at second, and Josh Harrison coming up. And for Kuhl, a tough at bat with 2 strikes, and he was able to get his man up. Harrison has singled, flied to center, single to left. Josh 2 for 3. So Clint playing for a run. Kuhl obliged him with the bunt he needed. Now it's up to Harrison. Josh hitting .272. He's only 5'8", but he's a very tough out. On the outside corner, 0-1. JP gave up a single to Rodriguez, who was thrown out trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt. Then a single to Frazier. Now the sacrifice and the strike 1 pitch to Josh Harrison. Foul back. Josh is 5'8", but he weighs 190. Not a home run hitter. However, 2 years ago, he hit 13 home runs for the Bucks. 3-0-2 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. The toughest at bat of all. Josh went to the University of Cincinnati and was originally drafted by the Cubs. 0-2 the count to Josh Harrison. Trying to get Frazier home from second. One and two. Josh was an all-star back in 2014. And slaps it foul. National League All-Star when the game was played in Minnesota. Born and raised in Cincinnati. One ball and 2 strikes. And that's lifted to right center, but very playable. Reddick has to fight the sun and loses it. Boy, it is something. I don't care how long you have played. I don't care how much equipment you have. The bill of the cap, sunglasses, the glove. There are days when you're just gonna lose the ball. And there's no help up there in the sky. So he tried and tried and tried, and then suddenly, for self-preservation, had to curl away and let it drop. So it is 7-2. That'll be a sun double for Harrison, and a run batted in to Harrison. Now he's 3 for 4, having a big day. There's Josh trying to use the glove, then it has to come out to give him the sun. That's when he loses it. I don't know if it's an art. I mean, they all play sun fly balls from the beginning of their careers. But it is a devil out there in the outfield, and Josh has made some and he has lost some. So 7-2 Pittsburgh, 5th inning. Jordy Mercer now trying to pick up Harrison. In the dirt, nice save by Grandal. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, they've tried everything. The black under the eyes, then the sunglasses, the bill of the cap, the glove. And if you're an outfielder, you've had that situation 100 times at least. And once in a while, it just doesn't work. 1-2. So it's 7-2 Pittsburgh. It's 7-1 Giants. They're in the 7th inning up north. Giants trying to take 2 out of 3 from Baltimore. And the Pirates trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. One and 2. And a little foul out of play. So the Pirates really trying to give the Dodgers a bad time. 5 out of 6 last year. Should they win today, they will have won 5 of 7. It also means that over the last 3 years, Clint Hurdle's ball club has beaten the Dodgers 15 times in 3 years. One and 2 the count. 2 and 2. Bucks with 5 in the first. Picked up another one in the fourth. And one here in the fifth. Could be worse. Except Rodriguez was out trying to advance on what was a wild pitch. 2 and 2 the count. Fastball hit to the left. Seager knocks it down. Forgets where it is. They're going to stop Harrison at third. So Cody trying to go to his left, got his glove on the ball, knocked it down, but it didn't drop in front of him. It was behind him. And here comes Dave Roberts with Andrew McCutchen coming up. We'll assume a base hit on that ball off Seager's glove. That means the 4th hit in the inning. And now we're going to double check, and that's going to be an error charged to Corey Seager. And we'll be right back.
Thanks for your attention.
Howell has to come out. The error at short, but he also was lucky that Rodriguez was called out at second base on the possible wild pitch. So Jesse Chavez coming in. Remember, the Dodgers, as usual, had a lot of pitchers in the game. They had 7 pitchers in the game yesterday. Chavez was the 4th pitcher, but we're only in the 5th inning. Chavez asked to get McCutchen with 2 out, runners at first and third. 3 hits and an error have produced 1 run for the Bucks. McCutchen fly deep to center, walk, and single to drive in a run, and then stole second base. And hits one foul upstairs. 0-1 the count. In Pittsburgh, all you hear, what's wrong with McCutchen? Well, if he can play, he has a chance to recover. 0-1. Way out in front of an off-speed pitch. 0-2. McCutchen coming off another big year. Last year, 23 home runs, 96 runs batted in, and he also hit .292. So it's a surprise to see him hitting in the 240s. 0-2. Hard ground ball right where Seager is. He'll go to Utley, and that'll be that. It took 3 hits and an error for the Bucks to get one, but they get it. And at the end of 4.5, they lead 7-2. Of players, children, stamps of all kinds, and when you pull it all the way back, it reveals Clayton Kershaw. Clever, huh? Wonderful. Meanwhile, it's not clever and it's not wonderful here. It is for the Pirates. They're winning 7-2. Utley, Reddick, and Seager in that order. Utley has popped up, hit back to the box, 0 for 2. For Chad Kuhl, he needs this inning to be liable for the win, as the starter must go the required 5. He's given up 2 runs, 6 hits. He's had 1 1-2-3 innings. At the strike, 2-1 to Chase. For Utley, it will be quite a journey going back to Philadelphia after almost 14 years playing for the Phils. Now coming back wearing the Dodger uniform. I would imagine, even in Philadelphia, with their reputation, they will treat Utley with respect. Ground ball to Harrison. One second baseman takes care of the other. And we have one away in the 5th inning. Say, don't forget, Dodgers and Giants Tuesday, August 23rd through Thursday, August 25th. Don't miss the chase for the National League Western title. And for tickets, visit Dodgers.com/tickets. Josh Reddick up there now. The Dodgers and the Giants, they have already played each other 10 times. Giants have won 6 of the 10. Giants doing their best work at home, beating the Dodgers 5 of 7. And the ground ball for the second out. And we have 2 down.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
Corey Seager coming up. Fly to left, single to right. Up north, AT&T Park. Johnny Cueto has had to come out with 2 outs. The Orioles trying to get off the floor. Giants lead in that game 7-3. And of course, it is not a lock when you get into the Giant bullpen. 2 out. Seager 1 for 2, had a 3-0 pitch and single to right. This time comes up empty. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball wide to first. Bad hop. Freese stays with it, feeds his pitcher coming over. That's the 5th inning. So Chad Kuhl has now gone the required 5, and the Bucks lead the Dodgers 7-2. At its field, Dodgers and Giants scheduled a day-night doubleheader where separate charges for each game were played. As far as the games themselves, the Dodgers beat the Giants 8-4 and 2-1. Let's go back to this one. And it's still 7-2 in favor of the Pirates. David Freese, who made a good play on that ground ball by Seager. That thing really took a bad hop. Freese, a good third baseman, playing first, hitting .283. That almost hit him. Dodgers using Brett Anderson for 1, Stewart for 2, Howell for 2/3, and now Jesse Chavez. Up north, Giants 7, Orioles 3, and they're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Buster Posey not playing up there. He has a bad back. Recently, he made the worst slide you ever saw, squashing his face into the bag. I don't know whether that helped hurt the back or not, but it was a bad slide. Which reminds you, of course, it's a serious shortcoming, I think, for Major League ball players who don't know how to slide. Oh, yeah, they all like to dive in head first, but when they do, they are wide open for injury. For the hands, the wrists, the arm, the face, the neck, I mean, you name it. 1-2. So for Freese, he goes down. 2 walks and 2 outs. 1 out, 6th inning. Young Ho Gung coming up. Gung walked and was aboard when Rodriguez hit the 3-run home run in the 1st inning. Then struck out in the 2nd, flied to right in the 4th. Chavez works to a fly ball to right. Reddick a long way to come, and he is there. Wonderful play with a right-hand batter. Reddick was over toward right center, and he ran a mile to catch that thing. So a nice play by Josh. No trouble with the sun because he was actually almost turning his back to it. Nice play. 2 out in the 6th, and Cervelli coming up. Cervelli with 3 hits yesterday. Had a base hit first time up. 1-for-3. Dodgers with Anderson, Stewart, Howell, and Chavez. Fastball missed. Fooled on that pitch. 1-2 the count. To look ahead when the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gonzalez, Grandal, and Peterson. One and two. 2-2. Fastball with a little cut to it. Jesse Chavez trying to restore some order. Works inside with the fastball. 3-2. So that was dead straight inside. The previous fastball kind of jumped a little bit. And down he goes. Fastball again with some movement right at the end of it. So he winds up facing 3, striking out 2. And oh my goodness, you've not got a Gold Glove. Who cares about a Gold Glove? I've always wanted a Silver Glove all my life, and I finally was awarded it for model behavior at home. Thank you very much. Brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop online at choosenissan.com. And by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. We treat kids better. A picture of Mike Marshall. You talk about a pitching machine. That's exactly what he was. A picture of him pitching in the All-Star game in 1974 at Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh. The next year, he won the Cy Young Award. Mike Marshall studied kinesiology, and I'm sure that's his profession this year. He was in so many games, people refused to believe it at first. I think like 106 games. Never had a sore arm. remarkable. All right, here's Gonzalez. Single, grounded out, then Grandal 0 for 2, and then Peterson, who has a home run. Chad Kuhl is still out there. He has made 84 pitches and leading by 5. 2-0. 3-0. Kuhl has not walked him in, but he's right on the edge. That's in there. 3-1. Gonzalez single is sounded to drive in Reddick in the first inning. Grounded out with 2 on and 2 out in the third. The shift is on and he fouls it away. Whenever we play a team that has a name like the Pirates, I just wonder about whatever Pirates can pass along to you. You know there's more than one Pirate flag. Here's the 3-2 pitch coming up. Foul back. They talk about the Jolly Roger black flag with a white skull and crossbones. Really, they also had a red flag. I didn't know that. But yeah, the Pirates had a red flag, and that meant no prisoners. We're going to wipe you out. Still foul. And actually, the term Jolly Roger was based on the red flag. In French, it was something like Joli Rouge, which turns out to be Jolly Roger. Oh, you're very welcome. I just pass this stuff along absolutely free, no charge. 3-2. And a high pop fly, sunglasses glistening. Boy, they are. And the out right behind the bag. So Jordy Mercer handles that pop fly. 1 away. So if nothing else, you now know, besides the black Pirate flag, there was a red one. Joli Rouge. That red really stood for the fact no mercy. Just a black flag, they tell me, was a sign of a quarantined ship with disease and death on board. So the Pirates using black flags instead of the red to symbolize death, and was modified with the skull and crossbones if they cared to do it. There you go. There's red to fight out becoming red in this hot sun. That's a strike to Grandal. 2-1 the count. Pirates also use more than skull and crossbones. Yeah, that's Cincinnati red. 2-2. Pirate flags would have skeletons, spears just crossed, or swords, cutlass, hourglass. The reason for the hourglass, they were flying to let the enemy know the time was running out. Oh ho. 2-2. Foul ball. And the other thing, that was an ego trip for the captain. He'd put his initials on the flag, so you know who was about to kill you. Nice touch. Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 6th inning. 7-2 Pittsburgh. And Grandal fooled on what looked like a changeup. Down he goes. 2 out, 6th inning. Jock Peterson coming up. Grounded to first in the 2nd inning, and then pulled one right down the line. Got one about knee-high out over the plate and just hit it straight into the seats inside the foul pole. 18 home runs for Josh. But right now, still 7-2 Pittsburgh in the 6th. Oh and 1. You know another interesting thing about Pirates? You know how they wore earrings? They thought they could see better wearing an earring. Not hear better, see better. 0-2 the count to Jock Peterson. The captain, the dreaded captain of the pirate ship, when they got into a battle, the first thing he would do, change his clothes, so that if he was arrested, they wouldn't know he was the captain. He was the lowest oar on the show. 1-2. 2-2. There you go. There's an earring. Obviously he's searing better. And what he's looking at is a 7-2 Pirate lead. Fouled away. Down in the bullpen, Antonio Bastardo, because it looks like Cool is starting to get a little hot. He's in the 6th inning with 2 out, but he's made 101 pitches. Two balls, 2 strikes. They're in the 8th inning up north. Giants 3, Giants 7, Orioles 3. Peterson strikes out for the 3rd out, and at the end of 6, 7-2, Pirates. Dodger calendar is an airplane schedule because they're on the road. There'll be 3 games in Philadelphia, followed by 4 with Cincinnati. It's tough to have 4 because that carries the series over to Monday. Dodgers play a midday game and then fly home and immediately play the Giants the next night. That makes the trip a little tougher than usual. And they best be ready. 3 with the Giants and 4 with the Cubs. They'll make it 3-3. So 4 with the Reds puts a little pressure on him as Kike Hernandez takes over in center field. Comes in with Grant Dayton. So if you're keeping score, you put Dayton in Peterson's spot, and Kike would be batting 9th playing center field. Sean Rodriguez hit a 3-run home run, walk, was at first base in the 5th inning, tried to take second on what appeared to be a wild pitch, and Grandal made a great throw to get him. Grant Dayton jumps out in front in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez, Frazier, and we'll see about Cool. We told you Bastardo throwing in the pen. Cool making over 100 pitches. And Rodriguez will take a seat. For Dayton, he is the 5th pitcher to come into the game for the Dodgers after they used 7 pitchers yesterday.
The fielder, number 26, Adam Frazier.
Kuhl has made 102 pitches, so we'll see if they lift him. They're going to have a pinch hitter for him right now out on deck. Frazier singled, hit into a force play and singled, and now Kuhl comes up and comes out to the on deck circle. So Chad's going to stay in for a little while longer, apparently. It also could be a case he's not a bad hitter, so they let him take an at bat and then still bring in a pitcher. We'll see. 0-2 the count to Adam Frazier. And that's going to go down the left field line, foul. Still 0-2. Another thing you learn about reading about Pirates, you always hear about pirate treasure. But the story is the Pirates, as soon as they got something, they spent it or ate it or whatever. But they did not put it somewhere expecting to come back, because they didn't live very long anyway. There's a treasure, base hit up the middle on an 0-2 pitch. So Frazier comes up with his 3rd hit. 7-11. 7 runs, 11 hits as another Pirate flashes in the background. Another reason why they had eye patches, it was so dangerous on those pirate ships. They had all kinds of accidents, and a lot of eyes were lost, so a lot of patches were used. That's ball 1 to Kuhl. Pirates of the Caribbean. Most of the pirating took place from about 1690 to 1720. 1-0 the count to Kuhl, trying to advance Frazier a notch. He's going to be guilty of trying to bunt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kuhl got a bunt down in the 5th inning. (7-2) Pittsburgh, 7th inning. Running up to bunt, and he got it down directly to second, and he goes to second for 1, back to first, not in time. So Kuhl bunts into a force play, and we have 2 down, and the batter will be Josh Harrison.
Number 5, Josh Harrison.
Josh Harrison, single to center, fly to center, single to left, and double to right. Fly ball to right field that Josh Reddick lost trying to find it in the sun, and it went for 2. 7 runs, 11 hits for Pittsburgh, 2 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers. Anderson, Stewart, Howell, Chavez, and Dayton. That's a strike. Oh, and 1. Still some activity in the Pirate bullpen. That's going to go down the right field line, slicing foul, and back into the stands. Antonio Bastardo is up again. So as if Kuhl could use a rest, he's running since he bunted into the 4th place. Chad all alone out there on the base path, 2 out. 7th inning, 7-2 Pirates. Fastball fouled away. Well, the Orioles getting into the Giant bullpen a little bit. The Giants lead now 7-4 in the 8th inning, and Derek Law, a right-hander, has come out of the pen to try and get some outs for San Francisco. No balls and 2 strikes. high fastball. Harrison comes up empty. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. And at the end of 6.5 innings, 7-2 Pirates. On Sportsnet LA is brought to you by BMW. See a Southern California BMW Center today for exceptional offers. Bottom of the 7th inning, Clint Hurdle talking to his young pitcher Chad Kuhl and congratulating him. 6 innings, 102 pitches, giving up 2 runs. The Kuhl, 2-0, who won his major league debut, beating Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers, now trying to beat him again after a strong 6 innings. Interesting, however, Kuhl pitched backwards in the sense that 10 times a batter got ahead of him in the count, but was retired anyway. The Kuhl, and that's so tough to do, pitching very well behind in the count. Looking also at the game, Kuhl in his 6 innings did not give up a walk, which brings up a tremendous point. 1-1. The Pirate pitchers have not allowed a walk in the series. No walks. You know about the Dodgers? The Dodger pitchers have allowed 16 walks. And what is it you heard as a kid? A walk is as good as a hit. Maybe not, but what a difference. 16 walks to zip. Ball 3-1. Antonio Bastardo, he's from the Dominican, from Hato Mayor, 5'11", 195. He'll be 31 in September. Originally signed by the Phillies. 3-1. 3-2. Kendrick popped up and doubled, 1 for 2. Bastardo was in the Phillies organization since 2005. Fastball slapped foul down the line. 3-2. Basically, if you're hitting against Bastardo, fastball, slider, and a changeup. 3-2. Fastball is low. Ball 4. So there it is. As soon as we point out the fact the Pirates have not walked anybody, presto, one appears.
Third baseman number 25, Rob Segedin.
So Rob Segedin coming up with Kendrick at first on the walk. Second in, hit back to the box, struck out. Well, the old story, if you get into the Giant bullpen, you have a shot. The Orioles are getting closer. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Giants 7, Orioles 5. Bottom of the 8th inning. Giants at one time led 7-1, but Johnny Cueto has gone out. Second in, 0 for 2. Foul back. 0-2. Bastardo basically throws his fastball a lot, over 65% of the time, and the slider a good 31%. Probably using changeups against left-hand batters. Oh and 2. Low and in. Nice block by Cervelli. Kendrick holding at first. Pirates got 5 in the first inning. Came back with another in the 4th and one more in the 5th. Dodgers scored once in the very first inning. Got a home run by Peterson in the 4th, and that's it. 7-2 Bucks. Foul ball, out of play. Bastardo really in no hurry whatsoever. He's very much in control. He takes the ball, stands on the mound. He's not worrying about a ticking clock. All he's thinking about is, I will throw the ball when I am ready and not a moment before. Look at there. And that gets away from Cervelli, kicks way over to the right. Down to second base on, we will assume, in fact, maybe it's better. With the catcher blocking it, it's hard to see up here whether that was even chance to be a pass ball. Here's a better look. In the dirt, hits him in the chest, wild pitch. So Kendrick at second base, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rob Seguin with the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Remember, Kike Hernandez bats 9th. Two and 2. Fastball, line drive, base hit to right. Up with it there is Rodriguez. They will hold Kendrick. So Bastardo, trying to keep the ball away, probably gives up a base hit to right field. So a walk, a wild pitch, and a single, and Bastardo not much help, at least for the moment.
Center fielder number 14.
First and third, nobody out, and Kike Hernandez coming up. 7 runs, 11 hits for the Pirates. 2 runs, 7 hits for the Dodgers. Ray Searage on his way out to the mound. Ray Searage, a real baseball man, 17 years in the game. Worked for 9 different organizations. He was in the Dodger organization in 1988, one of the great years for the organization, but he wasn't with the Dodgers. He was at Albuquerque pitching out of the bullpen. After he was pitching, Ray Searage wound up as a construction worker, making $10 an hour, lugging 12-foot pillars that were used for cemetery mausoleums. And he figured, oh no, there's got to be a better job, and baseball has provided it for him. So the pitching coach goes back to the dugout. Felipe Rivero is up, a left-hander, as Bastardo has dug himself a hole. First and third, nobody out, with Hernandez followed by Utley and then Reddick. Kendrick down the line from third, Segrin from first. Fastball, pop foul, out of play. 0-1. TK has spent a good amount of time on the DL, so he hadn't played much at all. In and out of 70 some odd games all year. No balls and 1 strike. In the dirt. Nice save by Cervelli. Phil Bastardo a bit shaky right now. He has thrown 4 wild pitches, 3 of them since he came to Pittsburgh. They'll make an old man out of Clint. 1 ball and 1 strike. In the dirt. Bill Bastardo came in after Cool had done a great job through 6 innings. And Bastardo walked Hendrick, then wild pitched into second, then Seguin got the base hit to right. So first and third, nobody out. 7-2 Pirates, and the Dodgers trying to get off the floor. 2-1. Half swing. 2-2 the count to Kike. Seven runs, 11 hits for the Pirates. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Dodgers. Bucks did most of the damage first inning when they scored 5. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's probably stroke to left. Coming up to make the catch is Frazier, and the runners have to hold. So Kike hits it hard right on the button, but lines out to left field. 1 out, runners holding, and Chase Utley will be coming up. Utley has popped up, hit back to the box, and grounded to second. 0 for 3 against Chad Kuhl, now facing Bastardo. Bastardo first came up to the Phillies way back in 2009, so certainly they were teammates on the Philadelphia Ball Club. Francisco Cervelli out to the mound to talk to Antonio. Utley spending his time listening to the plate umpire. All right, 1 out, runners at the corners, 7-2 Bucks. They are now in the 9th inning at AT&T Park. Giants 7, Orioles 5. The closer, Santiago Casilla, is now on the mound for San Francisco. Utley waiting. And time, a balk, I believe. Yep, that's what I think Utley was trying to do. Distract Bastardo, and the balk brings Kendrick home, and down to second goes Seguin. Oh, what a time Antonio Bastardo is having. A wild pitch and a balk. Bastardo looked like he wasn't sure what the heck is Utley doing. He was holding his bat, then he dropped one hand off the bat as if he was going to back out of the box, and Bastardo probably thought Utley was going to quit on it. Instead, he broke his motion. Now he comes back and bounces one in the dirt. So Antonio Bastardo is really doing a high wire act in a windstorm here in the 7th. A walk, a wild pitch, a single. The out was a line drive at the left fielder, then a balk to give the Dodgers a break and a run. It's 7-3 Pittsburgh, but right now a very shaky 7th inning. So second in at second base with one out. And ball two. Felipe Rivero getting ready in the pen. Reddick and Seager and Gonzalez, all left-hand batters. 2 balls and no strikes. And ball 3. You know the count to Chase. And he backs away, taking a strike. 3-1. That's a strike. 3-2. One out, one in. Runner at second base. 7-3 Pittsburgh. Reddick on deck. Foul ball. Sharply hit down the line. We do know they're in the 9th inning, 1 out for Baltimore. Giants trying to hold on, leading 7-5. Bastardo really deliberate. And a high fly ball playable in right center. The sun is a problem. McCutchen will make the catch. Makes a good strong throw to third. And holding on is second in at second base. Giants will say goodbye to Baltimore. And guess who's coming to town? The Pirates. They'll leave here and just go up north. Clint Hurdle gesturing, okay, that's enough for Bastardo. Kind of a shaky job in relief for 2/3 of an inning. So Rivero, another left-hander, will be brought in, and he'll be facing Reddick. So 1 in, 2 out, a runner on, and we'll be back. Live with the MLB.com at bat app. That's the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet. Felipe Javier Rivero. We saw him the other day. He pitched the 7th inning in the Stripling game where the Pirates won 5-1. Rivero, in that one inning that he pitched, struck out 2 and gave up a base hit. His strikeouts were against Kike. Then he struck out the pinch hitter in the 7th, gave up a base hit to Seager, and then got the last out. So we'll see how Rivero goes. 25 years old, from San Felipe in Venezuela, facing Reddick. Ball 1. Reddick today, double, single, grounded out, 2 for 3. Dodgers have Seguin at second base with 2 out. There's 2 out in the 9th inning. Giants are holding on 7-5, and that's foul back. So Josh up there hacking away with Seager on deck. Dodgers trying to get close. Bastardo helped a little bit with a walk, a wild pitch, and a balk. 1-1 the count. Fastball lifted down the left field line, slicing foul, well back into the stands. By the way, the paid attendance today, 43,468. One and 2 the count. Dodgers trying to pick up Seguin. Breaking ball is swung on and missed. That takes care of Reddick. The Dodgers get 1 and leave 1. And at the end of 7, Pirates 7, Dodgers 3. The Dodgers for the moment. Jordy Mercer, who hit a 2-run home run in that 5-run first, applied a lot of pressure. And throughout the day, it looked like the Dodgers might very well lose ground to San Francisco, who at one stage led Baltimore 7-1. Well, as they say, I've got news for you. In the 9th inning, with 2 out and 2 men on base, Jonathan Scope hit a 3-run home run against Santiago Casilla, and the Orioles now lead the Giants 8-7. So if the Dodgers lose, they will really have dodged a bullet. But it's a story. You get into that Giant bullpen, it is very shaky territory, and they're down by 1. Change up away. Mercer, 2-run home run, struck out, grounded out, and reached on the error by Seager. 7-3 Pittsburgh, 8th inning. That's a strike. 1-2. Grant Dayton, the 5th Dodger pitcher. They used 7 yesterday. A little low, 2-2. Yesterday, McCarthy, Fields, Urias, Blanton, Baez, Raven, and Jansen. Today, Anderson, Stewart, Howell, Chavez, Dayton. We're in the 8th inning. Two and two. And popped in the air, coming back to get it is Grandal. He has a play, has the ball. One out in the 8th inning on the foul ball. Anthony.
Number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Andrew McCutchen is coming up, and then David Freese. So we'll repeat. Baltimore has scored 3 times in the 9th inning. They were trailing 7-5, and they now lead the Giants 8-7. McCutchen fly deep to center, walk, single, hit into a force play. Slow breaking ball for a strike. McCutchen stole a base in the 4th inning. One ball and 1 strike. When the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 8th, Seager, Gonzalez, and Grandal. Crowd of 43,468. On the inside corner. 1-2 to Andrew. Just by his body language, you know he's unhappy with the call. One ball and 2 strikes. So first you get the inside corner, then you go away, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Dayton from Madison, Alabama. 6'2", 200. He'll be 29 the end of November. Foul back. So he's been going in and out with McCutchen rather than changing the pitch. It's been one fastball after another. 2-2. On deck, David Freese. 1 out. And an awkward swing, and McCutchen really fooled. Boy, he would hate to look at that on the videotape. So 2 down in the 8th inning. McCutchen badly fooled. Didn't know quite what to do with that thing. And here comes David Freese. So a downcast McCutchen today. He did have a base hit. 1 for 4 with a walk. And that stolen base. Changed for ball 1. Freese grounded to short, walked twice, and struck out. Dangerous hitter, and especially if he goes to right field. He has unusual power the other way. Breaking ball. So totally different than when with McCutchen. 2 balls and no strikes. Dayton pitching his 2nd inning, and he's made 27 pitches. Change up in at 74. Hitting behind Freese, Jung Ho Gung, right-hand batter. 2-1. Fastball hit to right field. Reddick coming over, still in third ground, makes the catch for the out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Zach Britton is pitching. 36 for 36 saves for Baltimore. Bottom of the 9th. Orioles 8-7 over the Giants. We'll Philadelphia. Kenta Maeda against Vince Velasquez. The last time they matched up, Maeda won easily. Dodgers pounded Velasquez. I think they chased him in about 4 innings. But that's in Philadelphia on Tuesday. Right now we're here, bottom of the 8th, and Corey Seager placing Felipe Rivero. Ball 1. Seager flied to left. They had him swing 3-0, and he singled to right, and last time up grounded out. One out, 9th inning. Giants down 8-7. That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan Scope, a 3-run home run in the top of the 9th inning to turn a 7-5 Giant possible win into an 8-7 Baltimore lead. Foul back. Giants have a runner on, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Joe Panik is the batter, trailing 8-7. Boy, what a blow that would be. The Giants led in that game 7-1 behind Johnny Cueto. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The plate umpire Chad Fairchild going all the way back to retrieve that foul ball. All right, Rivero ready, and here we go. 2-2. Felipe Javier Rivero, signed by the Rays back in 2008. Still lives in San Felipe in Venezuela. Left-handed all the way. 6'2", 195. Only 25 years old. Two and 2. 3-2. For Rivero, basic stuff: fastball, curveball, and a change. He went from the Rays to the Nationals, and the Nationals traded him to the Pirates. Melanson, foul ball. Though Mark Melanson went to Washington, that was a huge trade. Somewhat puzzling for the Bucks, who are still in the hunt for the second wild card, but they felt that Melanson, maybe at the time they made the deal, they didn't think they'd be in the hunt, and they got a couple of young pitchers, 2 left-handers. 3-2. Fastball, little roller to first. Freeze takes it to the bag. So 1 out, and the batter Adrian Gonzalez. Seager grounded out, goes 1 for 4. Adrian Gonzalez is 1 for 3. Singled in a run in the first inning, grounded out and popped up since. All 3 of his at-bats were against Chad Kuhl. Panik made out. Buster Posey is coming up, and they're going to walk Posey. Remember, he didn't start. He's had a bad back. So the Giants have a runner at second base for sure, the tying run. They're going to walk Posey with 2 out, and we will see in a minute who's going to be coming up. 1 ball and no strike. And Gonzalez hit on the right arm and goes to first. So Gonzalez walking on the grass. I'm not sure if he's saying anything to the umpire or to Rivero, the pitcher. And now slowly going to first.
Pitcher number 9.
So that brings up Grandal with a runner at first, 1 out, and Grandal will bat right-handed. It got Adrian right on the right elbow. Adrian, as he walks by, just kind of looked at Rivero. Did not appear to be an exchange. Okay, they've walked Posey up there, and Denard Span is the batter. We know the Giants have the tying run at second base, but 2 out, 8-7 Baltimore. 1 ball and no strikes to Grandal. The 1-0 pitch on the way is swung on and fouled away up north. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a strike to Grandal. So it's 1-1 here. So Britton trying to close up shop, give Baltimore a victory. Baltimore trying to catch Toronto in their division. Britton 36 for 36 in saving game. 1-1 fastball in the dirt. That could have been a wild pitch. That was a great block by Francisco Cervelli. 1 ball and 1 strike to Denard Span. He swings, and the Giants now are down to their last strike. 1-2 the count. 8-7 Baltimore. They jerked the rug right out from under the Giants. Here, foul ball to Grandal. Still 2-2. Giants have come behind 32 times this year. They came from in front is what they've done. They went from 7-1 to losing 8-7. Here's the pitch coming up to Denard Span. It is taken just off the plate for ball 2. Meanwhile, we're 2-2 here, and that's fouled away. Jonathan Scope, a 3-run home run in the top of the 9th. From 7-5 Giants, it's 8-7 Baltimore. A.J. Ellis is out on deck. Grandal waiting on a 2-2 pitch with Gonzalez at first and 1 out. Britton is ready. Rivera was ready. Britton's pitch to Denard Span is foul back. And the pitch to Grandal swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 out. Dayton is due up, so Ellis will bat in his spot. So A.J. Ellis with 2 out, bottom of the 8th inning. It's 7-3 in favor of Pittsburgh. The Giants are down to 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count to Denard Span. Britton is set, checks the runners, and the left-hander deals in the dirt. 3-2. So the Giants with 2 out will get a slight base running advantage. They'll be going 3-2, 2 down. Meanwhile, Rivera working on Ellis. Looks over at Gonzalez, who's not going to do any running. And there's a foul ball down the right field line, out of play. All right, Britton looks in to get a sign. Big moment. Runners ready to go. 3-2, 2 down. 8-7 Baltimore. Bottom of the 9th. Denard Span is at the plate. Britton is set. He is ready. Delivers. It is swung on. It is hit to the shortstop, who goes to the bag just ahead for the force play. Tough out in the 9th inning, and Baltimore has turned it around. They have beaten the Giants 8-7, so it is consolation to Dave Roberts and the rest of the Dodgers. If they fail to come back on this one, no harm, no foul, as Chick would say. Dodgers would continue to trail by 1. But then again, remember, the Dodgers have come from behind 34 times this year. The Giants 32. Ellis swings, doesn't get it, and that's the inning in the 8th. No runs, no hits, a hit batter and a man left. And at the end of 8, 7-3 Pittsburgh. Yesterday, 13 pitchers used in the 2 games. Order was restored in the first game of the series when Ross Stripling went 7. That's unheard of these days. Kazmir pitched, and that was a game with 5 pitchers. Then you had Stripling with Chavez pitching briefly. But then the Dodgers, who will be off tomorrow, traveling to Philadelphia. 13 pitchers in 2 games. We're wondering about Casilla, who served up that 3-run home run to Jonathan Scope. Casilla has allowed 5 home runs, and he has blown 6 saves. So the Dodgers have Jansen, the Giants have Casilla, and the Dodgers have a big edge in that area. So the Dodgers, as they say, can be loosey-goosey here. They're down 7-3, but the Giants lost. Earlier, the Giants led 7-1, and the Dodgers were facing the prospect of going on the road down by 2. Oh, was that hit by Gung. Gung-ho indeed, more than halfway up the pavilion. So the young man from South Korea hits one out of sight. For Gung, his 13th home run, 40 runs batted in, and the Pirates add 1 to lead 8-3. Boy, he killed that ball. For the Bucks, they had a 2-run home run by Mercer, a 3-run home run by Rodriguez, and now a solo home run by Gung. 8-3 in favor of the Pirates. Here's Cervelli, who is 1 for 4. When the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 9th inning and they're down by 5, they'll have Kendrick, Seguin, and Kike Hernandez. Eight runs, 12 hits for the Bucks, who are going to not only beat the Dodgers 2 out of 3, they're going to beat them 5 out of 7. They are just spinning the Dodgers on their shields. So Clint Hurdle has certainly found a way. Will be 15 out of 19 in the last 3 years against the Dodgers. And remember, they're still very much alive for that second wild card. That's a strike. 1-2 the count to Cervelli. Rodriguez on deck. One ball and 2 strikes. No swing. 2-2. Josh David Fields by name, out of Athens, Georgia, lives in Hull, Georgia. The Mariners signed him out of the University of Georgia back in 2008. The Dodgers called him up from Oklahoma City. Off speed, a one-hopper right under and through the glove of Rob Seguin. And on his way for 2 he goes, and he is in there with a double. So Cervelli just crushed that ball. Seguin leaned down, and it was already in left field. And then he just took off. Kendrick didn't have much to be able to prevent him. So Cervelli didn't play in the first game. He had 3 hits yesterday, 2 more today, as he doubles to left. So a home run followed by a double. And the batter, Sean Rodriguez. 8-3 in favor of the Pirates. 8-7. Baltimore came from behind and beat the Giants. Sean, that 3-run home run, walked, singled, and struck out. And ball 1. Fields, the 6th Dodger pitcher, started with Brett Anderson, Stewart, J.P. Howell, Jesse Chavez, Grant Dayton, and now Josh Fields. Dodgers need a lot of depth in the bullpen, and that's what they have. You can't just toss 13 pitchers in 2 games unless you really feel that's a strong suit. 1-1. So Roberts putting his head together with Rick Honeycutt. Not trying to wear out anybody, but it's happened to Adam Liebertor and also to Lewis Johnson. Liebertor is due to come back shortly, and I'm sure not soon after Lewis Coleman. That gets away from Grandal. Walking over to third is Cervelli. Tell you another thing, if you're a catcher and you're catching different pitchers every day, that's pretty tough. However, Ellis caught yesterday when the Dodgers used 7 pitchers, and now it's Grandal after using 6, and that will be a pass ball. We're in the 9th, 8-3 Pittsburgh. Runner at third, nobody out. Dodger infield up on the right, halfway on the left. Right-hand hitter, followed by a left-hand hitter, Adam Frazier. And that runs the count 3-1. Rodriguez waiting on a 3-1 pitch. 3-2. I just had a thought. Looked at that number 3 on the back of Sean Rodriguez. The other day we showed you a picture of number 3. It was Richie Hebner. Richie Hebner, who played for the Pirates for several years, had a very interesting offseason job. He was a grave digger. There's a drive into right center and deep. Reddick on his horse reaches up, can't make it. It's off the wall. A long single. Walking in is Cervelli, and that makes it 9-3 Pittsburgh. So Fields being rudely treated. Home run, double, pass ball, and a single. 3 hits, 2 runs. Adam Frazier is 3 for 4. So the Pirates have 9 runs on 14 hits. Dodgers 3 runs, 7 hits. And ball 1 to Frazier. Frazier limited time hitting .338. 3 for 4. And that's going to be whacked into left field, base hit. Over to get it is Kendrick. Stopping is Rodriguez. So the bottom part of the lineup is putting on a show. That's the 4th hit for Frazier. Matt Joyce, a left-hand batter, will now come up to bat for Rivero. And we'll also have Polanco running at second base for Rodriguez. So Gregory Polanco at second base running for Rodriguez. So with Polanco at second and Matt Joyce coming up. So for Josh Fields, he's being pummeled. A home run, then a double, and then 2 hard singles. Joyce appeared as a pinch hitter yesterday and grounded out. Nine runs, 15 hits for the Bucks. Big curveball for ball 1. Yesterday, the Pirates had 10 hits, but they left 18 men on base. Today they're hitting him and knocking him in. 2 on, 2 in, 9-3 Pittsburgh, 9th inning. 1-0 pitch, 1-1. Waiting on deck, second baseman Josh Harrison. Cool relieved by Bastardo, who was very shaky. Then Rivero came in and did a pretty good job, and Joyce now batting for him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball popped up, foul ground, Grandal. And that is the first out of the inning. So the runners hold on the foul ball. And Josh Harrison coming up. Harrison has 3 hits, 2 singles and a double. David Freese in the lineup is the only one without a hit. So here's Harrison with his 3 hits, 2 on, 1 out. 9-3 Pittsburgh. Fastball roller up the middle. It's going to find its way through. Here comes Big Polanco to score, and it is 10-3 in favor of the Pirates. For Harrison, that's his 4th hit, and a run batted in. Not nearly as serious as it might have been a half hour ago. You know, a half hour ago, the Dodgers were not only on the ropes, they were going to lose a game in the standings. Now they're on the ropes, but the Giants lost. It is 10 runs and 16 hits for the Pirates. As far as Fields is concerned, it's one of those, I want you to take it for the club. We don't want to burn up any more pitchers. Mercer had that first inning home run. Pedro Baez now begins to warm up with 1 out, 9th inning, 3 runs in, and the Pirates leading 10-3. Three singles, a double, and a home run allowed by Josh Fields. 0-2. Pirates got 5 in the first inning. Added another in the 4th, another in the 5th, and 3 here in the 9th. 0-2. Harrison at first. Frazier at second. 1 away. Fastball poked off the glove of Adrian Gonzalez into right field. Scoring on that play is Frazier. Harrison stops at second, and it is 11-3, and that's the 4th run of the inning. Ball was hit hard, but 99 times out of 100, Gonzalez makes the play, and now Dave Roberts says, okay, I've asked you to take 1 for the club. I'm not going to ask you to take 3 for the club, and he'll bring in Pedro Baez. So it is 11-3 in favor of the Dodgers. A 4-run 9th inning charge to Josh Fields, and we'll be back.
And your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 52.
ninth inning, trying to stop the bleeding here. The kid's unfazed by it all, nor should they be, as Baez begins to heat up. So for the Dodgers, 14 pitchers in 2 games against the Pirates. The most explosion the Dodgers have suffered this year was in Colorado. You'd expect it there. In that game, the Rockies had 12 runs on 17 hits. Well, the Pirates right now have 11 runs on 16 hits. And they have 2 on, still only 1 out. The out was a foul ball caught by Grandal off the bat of Matt Joyce. So 2 on, and Lawrence McCutcheon coming up. McCutcheon has 1 hit. He has walked, hit into a force play, struck out, and flied out. Baez trying to get him for the second out, way inside, ball 1. So for Fields, he gives up 4 runs and gets 1 out. Harrison at second, Mercer at first, 1 away. Pirates have absolutely demolished the Dodgers, not just today. They're going to beat them 5 out of 7, 15 of the last 20. 1 ball and no strikes. That's on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. On that ball that got away from Adrian Gonzalez, we've been waiting to see the ruling, and we now get it was an error. Ball hit by Mercer. Say one thing, that ball was hit awfully hard. But when you're a Gold Glover, they expect you to make every play all the time. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lawrence McCutcheon. That's low. Ball 2, 2-1. By the way, you might say, oh, well, the Pirates are forcing the Dodgers to walk the plank. But you know, there is no record historically of Pirates doing that. Never happened, except maybe in Hollywood. But if they're not walking the plank, the Dodgers are drowning anyway here. 11-3 in the 9th. Captain Hook, better known as Clint Hurdle. And McCutcheon now with the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, there he is. Great guy. Had a chance to say goodbye to him. Wish him well. He brought up when he had and his wife had the baby. We were broadcasting and I talked about the baby, and don't forget now, Clint, a lot of baby powder and how to make a diaper. Well, they have that tape. Every year they play the tape on his daughter's birthday. I said, by the way, Clint, how old is Ashley now? He said 31. Wow. 31. But then again, nothing for me is just yesterday. All right, 3-2, 1 out. Harrison and Mercer taking their leads. The runners hold. And there's a line drive caught by Seager, flips to Utley, and they get the double play. Thank you very much. A 4-run inning for the Bucks, and we're heading for the bottom of the 9th. 11-3 Pirates. Nicasio will be asked to get the last 3 outs. Gregory Polanco, who got into the game as a runner for Rodriguez, came in, scored a run, and now will finish up in right field. So Nicasio getting ready. He'll be facing Howie Kendrick, Rob Segedin, and then T.K. Hernandez. Well, in this kind of a game, if you let your mind wander a little bit, and when it's 11-3, your mind wanders. And when McCutchen came up, instead of saying Andrew McCutchen, the great center fielder, and I said Lawrence McCutchen, and the guys in the truck got a big kick. Subconsciously, I guess, that's a reminder that the Rams are back. I mean, they had a great running back when I was doing football named Lawrence McCutchen. Well, Andrew, I owe you an apology. Although that's not a bad guy to hang around with, Lawrence. 11-3, bottom of the 9th inning. Howie Kendrick flied out, doubled, walked, scored. Kendrick batting .276, and Nicasio, who at one time worked for the Dodgers, now trying to get 3 outs. Strike. Check swing for a strike. 0-2. Nicasio in the Stripling game pitched the 9th inning and needed relief from Tony Watson. 1-2 the count. Juan Nicasio, certainly been around a while, an experienced reliever. Nicasio is from San Francisco de Macorís in the Dominican, 6'4", and about 250. So he's a little bigger than he was here with the Dodgers. Basically, he set camp for the Rockies until coming to the Dodgers last year and then on to Pittsburgh. First came up to the big leagues in 2011. Line drive, a one-hopper. Oh, what a nice play by Josh Harrison. Sinking line drive, and he short-hopped and backhanded it and made it look easy. So Kendrick, hard ground out, 1 away. Rob Segedin hit back to the box, struck out and single. Watch Harrison. Oh, and that was really hit hard. The old matador play. Ole. Don't get your body in front of those that would hurt you. Ground ball to the shortstop, Mercer. So we have 2 quick outs in the 9th inning. And the batter will be Kike Hernandez. This would be a dreadful day for the Dodgers. Instead, it's just a forgettable day. They were soothed not by being clobbered here, but by the Giants blowing a 7-1 lead, blowing a 7-5 lead in the 9th inning, and Baltimore pulling it out 8-7. That made everything that occurred here okay. Get them tomorrow. Well, tomorrow the Dodgers travel, and they'll begin the 16th in beautiful Philadelphia. Very hot, humid on the East Coast with some rain. So on a road trip that sends you to Philly and Cincinnati in August, you know you'll get humidity and maybe some rain. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Check swing, no swing. Kike in the 7th inning hit the ball hard, line drive out. And he goes after a hard breaking ball, strikes out, and that will do it. 11 runs, 16 hits for the Pirates, 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Dodgers, who remain just 1 game behind San Francisco. And the player of the game, sure, the kid from Bear, Delaware, Chad Kuhl. who deservedly picked up a victory. And by the way, he not only beat the Dodgers in Kershaw in Pittsburgh, he now has beaten them twice without a loss, and he has a perfect 3-0 record in the big leagues. Well, that'll do it for today. In fact, it will more than do it for today. Next stop, Philadelphia for the ball club. We'll talk to you soon along the way. Until then, wish you all a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody.